Is there scientific evidence for the resurrection of Jesus? Some scholars believe that yes, there is, and it's in a cathedral in Turino, Italy. The Shroud of Turin, a linen cloth 14 feet by 3 feet, contains the image of a man who was badly scourged, was crucified, wore a crown of thorns, and was stabbed in the chest with a Roman spear. Of course, all these wounds fit what the Bible says happened to Jesus. The shroud was dismissed by some as a fake because of the carbon dating in 1988 of a single specimen divided into 3 tiny parts. They claim the specimens dated to around the 1200s to 1300s. But critics of that particular test say that the sample chosen came from a rewoven part of the shroud, which was often displayed during the Middle Ages. Meanwhile, in February 2024, in Washington, D.C., there was a press conference at which British filmmaker David Rolfe issued a $1 million challenge to anyone who can successfully duplicate the image found on the shroud. Well, good luck with that. Consider these facts. The shroud is the most scientifically studied artifact in the world. We know where the shroud has been since 1357 when it showed up in the home of a French crusader. The human anatomy represented on the shroud is 100% accurate, far ahead of what they knew about in 1357. The shroud's image is a photographic negative. That's 500 years before photography was developed. The faint image on the shroud was not painted on. It was lightly burned on through some sort of scorching process. The blood on the shroud is real human blood, with all the wounds corresponding with the passion of Jesus in the Gospels. The blood did not see decay, meaning he was sandwiched inside that cloth for less than 48 hours, and yet the blood was undisturbed, which means he somehow went through the cloth. It was not yanked off him. The image of the shroud is three-dimensional. Paintings and pictures don't have that property. And on it goes. In my view, the more you study about the shroud, the more you realize, wow, this is a scientific reminder of the fact that Jesus is risen. He is risen indeed. For Coral Ridge Ministries, I'm Dr. Jerry Newcombe.